Hello and welcome. It's been a long time. It's been like 2 months and a lot has happened in my little fleet in the past month and a half or 2 months. But there's a few things that I have on my phone that I wanted to talk about. Just to update you guys on what's been going on with Phantom and then later Casper. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about, since I never officially, well, I made a video on it, but it wasn't exactly official, is the color. So I want to update you on the paint. So honestly, the finish of the paint hasn't really changed much at all. It still has that orange peel look to it, which I know what I did wrong. What I did is I didn't wet sand the paint right before clear coat, so the finish was still a little bit rough. And then also, since I used a gun for the clear coat for the very first time, it didn't lay down properly. It laid down too thick, and the coats of clear that I sprayed were too thin, if that makes sense. So one problem that I'm actually having right now with the paint is that I parked under a tree that I usually don't park under for a few days, and it left all this garbage on the paint. I don't know if a clay bar would get it out. I don't know if iron remover would get it out. But I need to figure that out because I just hate all this tree sap and nuts and all this stuff. And I even washed it too and it won't come off. So that is the only issue that I've been having with the paint. Other than that, it's not really chipping anywhere. The only place that it's chipping where it chipped before was under the headlight right here. Other than that, it's still shiny, still glossy. I'm still happy with it. So since I'm already up front, I might as well talk about what's under the hood. And honestly, not much different. Well, not much anything is different underneath the hood of this thing. Still the same 3.4 liter quad cam V6, 190 horsepower, 220 pound-feet of torque, still naturally aspirated. I still want to supercharge it. I checked the oil the other day, and actually now it's brown, but for the longest time it's been clear, and I put well over 5,000 miles on this oil. But I do check it every week. I check the level and I check the color of it, and it's been fine. But this engine just doesn't consume or burn oil. It's really good. I'm really impressed for this amount of mileage. So, you know, just like any old truck, there will be some things that snap or pop or break, and something did break. Last time in the last update, it was the bolt that holds the clutch pedal. This time it was my EBrake. Okay, so this is what tells the light to turn off. This is our problem. Let me zoom in. Where is it? Oh, it's here. This just snapped, and now I don't know where the rest of the cable is. Oh my god. The part is like $30, so I'm gonna order it and then install it. There's already a bunch of videos on it already, so I don't think I have to make a video myself on it. That's the only thing that's broken in the amount of time that I've driven it since the last update a few months ago. People have been asking me, a lot of people have been asking me how I tinted my marker lights orange, well, amber. So while I had that Camry, I actually filmed a video on that I'm actually gonna edit after this video, so that will give you every instruction on how to tint your corner lights amber, because I really like how the ambers look compared to the clear with the reflector. It just looks JDM, and it just gives it a different look. You don't see Tacomas with amber marker lights, so that makes it unique. I almost forgot to mention, the biggest thing that relieved so much stress from me is that I finally replaced my lower ball joints maybe less than 1,000 miles ago. I got them from Advanced Auto. They're the 555 ones. I don't mind replacing them every 2 years or something because they weren't that expensive. So, you know, why not? I don't mind it as long as I have that peace of mind that I have fresh ball joints, because I really don't know how old the old ones were. I don't know if they were going to break any second now, or if I could get another year or two out of them. So I just might as well replace them while I was at it. So I don't know if you can tell in this shot, but I actually got a new steering wheel for my truck. I don't know if most of you have seen that free Camry that I got a month and a half or 2 ago that I posted in the community tabs. I'll probably post some videos on it. It's the 4-spoke wheel instead of the 2-spoke wheel. It's just more comfortable, and I love how it looks more. And this one does have a cruise control stock on it, but my truck doesn't have cruise control from the factory because it's the base, but that doesn't really bother me. And the only reason why I took that wheel from the Camry is because junkyards don't sell airbags anymore. So I was like, oh, I already have a free wheel pretty much. I didn't have to pay for it, and why not? The only other difference in the interior is I got rubber mats from a friend of mine. Thank you, Karna. It doesn't really bother me that they don't match because, you know, they're pretty dirty all the time anyway. I do vacuum it. I have to keep my cars clean, but it's just a lot better than having the carpet because it doesn't smell and the dirt doesn't get everywhere and it's easy to clean up. But enough rambling. Let's get on to the next topic. I'll also just show you what happens when I pull the e-brake. So it just goes all the way out like that. When it's really supposed to go like this far, but you know, so it's broken underneath there. I think I have pictures of it. I hope so, because I don't feel like crawling under the dash. And then there's the rubber mats, but you know, that's really all it. I love the steering wheel. It's just so much nicer, so much more comfortable. It's actually the same wheel from the Sienna, the 4Runner, the Tundra, the Sequoia, of all this like early 2000s generation. I did also recently get this 200,000 mile sticker. I thought it was really cool. I'm geeking out about it. And this is actually a badge from a 5-speed Mustang, a Fox body, just in case if anyone is wondering. I did bedline the rear bumper. I don't know if I showed you that in the last video, but did bedline it. I think I have to respray it because I got gravel a while ago and it chipped all this stuff up because I didn't spray it thick enough. I do have to say, one thing that has me pretty blown is my frame. And this is something that I was apprehensive about when I was looking for this truck. I wanted to make sure that I found a vehicle with a solid frame. And when I looked at this truck, I saw it at night, and I looked at it from the outside. I didn't think about looking on the inside because it's a closed frame. It's not a C-channel frame. Long story short, I said this in the last video, but there's some rust, and I got a few quotes on fixing it, and it's just a little bit more than what I can spend. Phantom is going to be temporarily relocating. You're still going to see him probably just as much as you see him now, so he's not really going anywhere. But one of my close friends is actually buying him from me in the near future, and he is actually learning about welding, and he's actually going to get into it. So Phantom is going to be all nice and fixed up, because there's a company called Safety Cap that makes a lot of frame repair kits, but I have literally zero experience on welding at all. And he kind of does, and he's a little bit more mechanically inclined than I am, so he's actually going to be working on that. And then he just loves Phantom, so I'm like, you know, why not? He loves him, he's going to take care of him, so he'll be in good hands for a while, but we'll still see him. And I am getting a vehicle, not to replace Phantom, because Phantom will always be Phantom, but I will be getting another addition to my little family of cars, which is related to Casper. That's all I'll say for now, at least. But it will be an interesting build. You know, I can lift it, put tires on it, but you'll see how that turns out. But there still will be videos on Phantom in the years to come, and I'm just excited to actually see him with a new frame, or just a fixed up frame. But that was the big news. That's the change in the channel. But I think that's all I have to talk about. That's at least all I wrote down and all that I can remember. But I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm not sure what exactly that'll be, but we'll figure that out as time goes by. Let's just go with the flow. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, whatever. Enjoy your food that you ate. I'm rambling, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, peeps.